Hi everyone, Kurt here. So, I recently thought to build some wargaming terrain, seeing as most of the ones I had built previously were either rotted away or stored away in the lightless place of the world. But the problem is that terrain takes a lot of time to make if you want to make it properly, and if you're working on smaller scales, you need to make a lot of it. So I thought back to the first piece of terrain I owned, which were the cardboard ruins from the Warhammer 40k set. I think it was the second edition. Yeah, I am old. So I thought maybe trying to make some paper terrain for smaller pieces at least would be a good idea. You know the kind that looks like this, then you cut it out or punch it out, and then you end up with something like this. So what I'm going to do in this set of videos is go through the process of designing this model, preparing it for print, printing it, assembling it, and then we'll go through some ideas for improving them. Now, some thoughts before we start. I think this kind of model is fine for smaller scales like 5mm, 6mm and 15mm. I never touched any 2mm scale models, but I figure a smaller version of this would be fine. For 28mm games, I think I'd prefer something more solid, so I don't think I'd go for paper models. First of all, if you've got something like a 28mm scale metal dragon, it's just going to crush everything you put it on, and besides, the level of detail is just not the same. But there are a few thoughts I've had on using this technique to build something which I can then expand into a 28mm model, so we'll talk about that later. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed these videos, and if you have any ideas or comments, please let me know. Thanks, and see you later.